And we're delighted to welcome Mason Ishida from Great Falls, Virginia, to join us in the studio today for a little conversation. Mason, welcome to the program. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you too.
Now, just a few weeks ago, you were at Carnegie Hall and your piece was performed. It's called An Exaggeration for Chamber Orchestra. That probably wasn't your first trip to New York, but was it your first performance at Carnegie Hall?
It indeed was my first performance at Carnegie Hall, and it was a great time.
It must have been pretty exciting to be, you're in the audience, obviously, and out comes the conductor to perform your piece. Was it the world premiere of the piece, or certainly the world premiere at Carnegie?
It was the world premiere of that ensemble playing it. It's been premiered for piano already. It was originally a solo piano piece.
And then you arranged it for orchestra.
And I arranged it for a symphony orchestra, and then I arranged it in preparation for this concert. I arranged it for a chamber orchestra.
Now, according to the bio, your inspirations you draw from Beethoven, Scriabin, Bartok, Shostakovich, but also bands like Nirvana and Radiohead. So tell us a little bit about the sound of An Exaggeration. What sound world are we talking about?
I was going for like a sonata form that's sort of like a Beethovenian sonata form, but also like with influence from Scriabin's Fourth Sonata with this long, large chordal coda at the end. And I was also going for like a sort of rock song feel with the piece.
Wow, sounds like a fascinating piece. Now, you've been composing for quite some time. You're a graduate of the England Conservatory. You graduated just recently from the conservatory, and you studied with John Mallia at the conservatory. Is that right?
Yes, I did.
Now, I've often been curious. You read that a composer or a student composer, you studied with a composer, or you work with a composer. What form does it actually take? Do you present a score that you've written, and then he analyzes it and talks to you about it? And what sort of advice do you get? How do you work with a composer?
With John specifically, it was very detail oriented. So I would bring him the music that I've written for that week, and he would listen to it. He would analyze it, and he would point out like various like details that he thought could be improved, or places where I could add more, places where he felt like repetition could continue or break, and yeah.
Right. And when did you first get the impetus to start composing in the first place?
I took an IB music class when I was in high school, and one of the requirements for that class was turning in compositions. So I just started composing like that, and it was like Beethoven sound, knockoff Beethoven sounding stuff. Yeah.
But you obviously have some sort of a urge to keep going and growing as a composer.
Yes.
Yeah. Would you say that your goal in life now is to, if you could, to become a full-time composer?
That seems like a pretty good goal. I do like the idea of trying out film composing. I worry about like the time limits that film composers get for their work, for the amount of time that they have to complete work for a film, because I tend to stretch things out for a while when I'm composing. Like there's times when I write a piece in a short amount of time, and then there's times when it takes months, and I have things unfinished that I started like in 2023 that are still not finished. So I really would need to get on my work ethic if I'm to go down that route.
Well, it took Brahms about 10 years to write his first piano concerto, so you're okay.
Yeah, it was like 21 years for the first symphony also.
Well, he he was a little afraid of somebody marching behind him by the name of Beethoven, so he put that off. So since you started the piece in 2023, that's just a few months ago, really. So we're going to let you off the hook on that. Now, you graduated from the New England Conservatory, but I noticed at the conservatory you had a number of pieces played at the new music concerts on Tuesday night in Jordan Hall, and that was, I assume, by your fellow students, your colleagues.
Yeah, I had two string quartets performed. One of them was just the first movement of my first string quartet, and then the second one was my second string quartet, which is like a 3-movement, like condensed form. It was a small quartet. It's about 6 minutes long, and I thought that was a really special performance for me.
Wow. Yes, I've been to Jordan Hall many times. Actually, I live just outside of Boston.
Oh, okay.
And I have a degree in music from Boston University, but I gave it up and went into radio because I had no special talent for performance.
Oh.
But I did okay in radio, though. So when you compose, say the string quartet, do you sit at a table with the music paper but no piano, or do you compose out of your head, or do you combine both?
I combine both. I play a lot on the piano. I've considered this a bad habit, but I have gone to the computer also to generate ideas. And I try to connect things as fluidly as possible, just by playing things on the piano and also like on looking at the paper.
But you can compose just sitting and writing without a piano.
I think I need the piano to at least to compose. I have done some composition just from my head. I started a string quartet back a few years ago, and I never finished it. But I was working mainly sitting at a desk and writing on paper for that one, and I would only go to the piano to like check harmonies, really.
Right.
But everything was all the fluidity of the composition was, I guess, straight from my brain onto the paper.
Right. Now, you graduated from the conservatory, and from the background, it looks like you're living on a farm out there.
Yeah, it is. It's like a horse farm. We don't have any horses, but our neighbors do.
Uh-huh. This is living with your parents?
Yeah.
And so, what are you trying to do now with your life? What's next?
I was thinking just do some more compositions to work towards work on composition, so I have things to apply for grad school with, and apply to various competitions and festivals.
Mm-hmm. And maybe you'll do a Hollywood score one of these days.
I'm not sure how to get into that, but I would. That would be a huge honor to have the opportunity to compose for a film. Yes.
Well, you could be aggressive and just send some scores to John Williams, see what he has to say.
See if he'll check them out. Yeah.
Well, he seems to be the guy that might do that, and he has a lot of connections to Boston, of course, through the Pops that he conducted for some years. That you'd have to do that. You'd send your scores to every composer you can think of in Hollywood, and maybe one of them will help you.
Yeah.
Or go to Los Angeles and just hang around.
Not sure where to hang around.
Just bug them until they are forced to listen to something of yours. You never know. You can't tell. What grad schools do you have in mind?
I was thinking like places like also NEC, Juilliard, Yale. Uh, yeah, I wasn't going to apply to like too many, but those were the ones that were on my mind mainly.
Maybe Colburn. Does Colburn have a grad program in composition?
I need to look into that.
Because they're right there. They're right across the street from Disney Hall, actually.
Oh, okay.
So it's a beautiful campus, and it's actually tuition free. But I'm not sure they have a grad program in composition. But you can look into that. The weather's a lot better than out here in the east. So Mason, we look forward to hearing more about your pieces, more about your career, and I'm sure you'll keep composing. And I'm looking forward to hearing the piece that was performed back in November, just a few weeks ago at Carnegie Hall. So congratulations on that, and good luck with all your future endeavors.
Thank you. You too.
Good talking with you.
Good talking with you too.